Hey everybody, Andrew Piotrowski from Engearment.com, and today I am reviewing the BTR Stool from Hillsound. If you're not familiar with Hillsound, they are probably best known for their crampons they make. They make a really good trail crampon. If you're interested in them, definitely check them out. I think there's a review posted on Engearment right now around that trail crampon from Hillsound. But today we're reviewing this stool, and this is called the BTR Stool, and BTR stands for better than a rock, which is 100% true. This is much, much better than sitting on a rock. So I've been backpacking and fast packing, ultra running, and many things on trail for a long time. And I kind of have like two kinds of trips, right? So I would call it like the comfort trip, where we don't go very far. We bring a lot of stuff, maybe a little heavy on the beverages. And we usually will bring like, you know, some chairs, maybe some like camp chairs, different things like that where we're comfortable. And then there's other trips where we go ultralight, where I end up sitting on a rock for the most part because we don't want to bring the stool. You know, and I've played around with things like, you know, a chair like this, nothing against this chair. It's comfortable, but it's big, it's heavy. Definitely doesn't fit in an ultralight pack. This is where the BTR stool comes in. This is pretty much in between. I would bring this on the comfort trip, and I would bring it on the ultralight trip because, as you can see, it packs down really small. So this stool packs down, I think it's like 3 inches by 3 inches by, I think around 13 or 14 inches long. I'll put that in the specs, and it only weighs 14.1 ounces, which is really, really light. And this would fit in the outside of your pack in like the water bottle pocket or the top of your pack or the outside. I mean, it's really small. That being said, when I got it, I was super skeptical. I'm like, okay, it's small, but what can it hold? Will it break? Will it bend? And I've been testing this out in a variety of different conditions and terrains and things like that for a couple months now, and I'm really impressed. So let's open it up. So first off here, this is it all folded up, has this nice little bungee strap, and you can just undo that. It unfolds, and then the legs just slide out, and they will not lock in place unless it's unfolded. So as you can see, it's unfolded. They don't fold in, but when I fold it up, there you go, they compress. Really cool technology. There's no buttons to push, you know, like a hiking pole button that gets sand or salt water or anything in there. There's none of that. You simply pull it out, open it up, and you're ready to go. I mean, it's like 2 seconds, this thing is ready to go, probably less. Now, you can look at the top. It is, obviously it's not a recliner, but it's way more comfortable than sitting on a rock. And it's durable. So I've used this, actually a lot of times we have a boat ramp down the road that we like to hang out at. It's a concrete slab. And I sat down on this a bunch. It's like on an angle. And you know, even with like one of the legs being weighted more than the other, no bending, no breaking. Actually, the only wear on here is like the little rubber stoppers at the end, which is from being ground on concrete, which you would expect. So it holds 240 pounds, which is actually way more than I thought it would. That's a decent amount. You know, I mean, for how small it is. It's comfortable. It dries fast. You know, overall, I think this is really, really a cool design. You know, I think I've used it for a variety of things too, not just backpacking. For example, recently I've been doing some ultra running, some training, and I just kept this right in my car, right in my truck, and I used it as my aid station. So when I would go, and I had like a, you know, pretty advanced aid station with a cardboard box full of like some food and stuff. And I had this in the box, pull it out. I was able to sit on this and fix my blisters, change my socks, do things like that. Super convenient. I've left it in my work truck recently, so when I stop to eat lunch, or you know, if I'm, you know, having a meeting with someone outside or taking a video call outside, it's super convenient. You know, you don't have to be out there doing tons of miles, ultra running or backpacking to use this. This can be used every day in your backyard, on your patio. I mean, I want to get a couple more of these just to like we have extra people over. They don't take up a lot of space. So think if you live in an apartment, this would be great to just, you know, or a tiny house or a van or a camper, any of those things. This would be a really, really good piece of gear to add additional seats and not take up a lot of space. Recently, my wife and I traveled out to Breckenridge from Maryland, and we stayed with some friends in an RV and did some snowboarding out there. And I brought this with me. I brought this in my carry-on, and it came in handy and in the RV. Things are tight, so able to pop this up and use it to like eat lunch and things like that. So if you are looking for a place to sit at camp, this thing's awesome. It weighs very little, like I said. It's compact and it's durable. So check it out. I'll put a link in the review below. But again, this is the BTR, better than a rock. This is the 17-inch. They also make one that's a little bit smaller, and it's from Hillsound. Thanks.